Chapter 5, Approaching Women. So we've come to the place where the rubber meets the road. The approach. Firstly, let's be real here. Approaching women in social situations for the first time can be nerve-wracking. You're going up to a complete stranger with the aim of getting a number for a date. That's a prospect that many find too daunting to even attempt. However, we're here to tell you that it can be done. We've done it time and time again. And if you've got the balls to do it, then not only will you end up with that number, but in the process of doing so, become a better person. Even if a woman decides not to exchange numbers, then you've still earned her respect for making the approach. You've demonstrated that you're different from the rest. She knows that, and that not many people can do what you do. So let's discuss the best ways to approach women, either during the day or in a bar, and how to make a great first impression. One of the key elements of approaching women in any situations is approaching confidently. This means that you should maintain eye contact with the person you are approaching and walk up to them with a confident and relaxed demeanor. It helps you to appear more approachable and make it easier for the other person to engage with you. Once you've approached, the first thing you'll notice is that the nerves start to disappear. You've achieved the most difficult part, the approach itself. Congratulations! You've just put yourself in the top 1% of men. And don't worry, it gets easier from there. Breaking the ice is relatively straightforward. Start with a simple, "How's it going?" Nice to meet you, perhaps introduce yourself, and offer to shake their hand. Start to build some rapport and keep the conversation flowing. This is critical. Sure, at first you'll and ah and stumble. Don't worry, that's normal at the beginning of your approach journey. You're in the firm grip of nervousness, it's tough. But there are simple strategies you can use to help. Tilt the conversation towards them and not you. This shows you are interested in them, and it's not just about you. Find common interests and topics of conversation. This could be the music that's playing in the background, if you're in a bar, places they've visited, etc., etc. It's also important to remember that everyone is different and may respond differently to your approach. Some women may be shy and take a little longer to warm up to you, while others may be more outgoing and open to talking right away. Be patient and don't take it personally if the person you approach is not interested in talking to you. Instead, simply move on and try again with someone else. In conclusion, approaching women, whether that's in a bar, a mall, or a coffee shop, is a skill that can be learnt by anyone. We're not saying it's easy at first. In fact, it may be the most difficult thing you've ever tried to do. But with simple things such as making eye contact, approaching confidently, and finding common interests, rapport can be built. That's often the first step to something more. And remember, practice makes perfect, so don't be discouraged if you don't get it right the first time. With time and persistence, you'll become a total badass in approaching women in any situation.